Hello everyone and welcome to Infused Transitions. I am so glad that you are here. For those of you who are new, if you want to know more about how I read and or anything else about me, including the disclaimers, you can find that information in the description box below. We are glad that you are here and that we're happy that you have joined us. We hope that you decide to become a part of our community. For those of you returning, thank you guys so much for your constant and continued support. I greatly appreciate it. And those of you who give me those thumbs up, you know, I just really greatly appreciate each and every one of you, because those really do, they make my day, and they do make a difference for the channel and for the community and for getting messages out there. So without further ado, we are going to jump in. This is one of my own decks. I haven't even named it yet. And we're just going to see what comes forward. So Utmost High, what messages do you have for us for today? Thank you. Truth. Seek your truth. Be truthful to yourself. So the thing is hold on a second. It took me a minute to read that because my R was messed up on my thing, and I was like, what did I? So truth, seek your truth, be truthful to yourself. Seek your truth and be truthful to yourself. So clearly, maybe there's something that you're not being fully upfront with yourself about. Maybe you're pulling the wool over your own eyes. Whether this is about something, you know, because it's not saying just be truthful with yourself, meaning which could be could be an external or internal thing, right? This is saying seek your truth. So this to me is telling me, and this seems to be a theme even last week, this is something about you being on a journey. Some of you maybe you're either questioning where you're at and what you're doing, or maybe you've just decided, you know, it's time for a change. What else? What else do we have? Thank you. Oh, wow. Okay, this is really making me think of last week's reading, because last week it was about the comic, the storm, and the seed. And the seed showed pictures of it just ring after ring after ring vibrating out, right? And we talked about how, you know, if it's this, it'll vibrate out. If it's that, it'll vibrate out, right? No matter what, whether it's as we look at things here in this world, good and bad, polarity and neutrality and all that, right? It all vibrates out, right? Dark and light, you know, love, hate, it all vibrates out. So what do you want to vibrate out? Well, it starts with what is in our internal seed. What are we inside? But for some of you, that, you know, maybe that's the theme happening, is it's seeking your truth. And that starts with you being truthful with yourself. And that's weird, because even in the last one, I believe we got the card Truth Be Told. Yeah, with an owl and open doors or windows or something. Anyway, but bottom line is, and it's saying the strength of a single wave has an effect on the whole ocean. Yeah. So again, I feel like, you know, it could be about a single truth that maybe you're not being upright with yourself, but it feels more like it's about wanting to discover yourself. And with each and every step creates a wave. Hi, baby girl. Hey, yo, baby girl. My dog. She wanted to come and say hello. But with each and every step, right, it creates a ripple, a wave. It creates something. Every single wave has an effect on the whole ocean, right? Okay. So, and what we're getting here is this is about patterns, right? So it is about uninstalling and new installations of, right? It can, but beliefs, habits, cycles, right? There's a pattern or patterns that are in place that you don't like it. You don't like, either you don't like it or you're coming up to this, or you've already decided I don't like this and you're already starting your journey. But either which way, there's going to be things that come up. There are patterns. This is a clue for you. So if you're seeking your truth, look for what patterns do I have in my life then that are taking place that are just gumming up the works, right? They're just clogging up the way the way you want to go. They're creating roadblocks. They're unhealthy. They're out of balance for you. And that's why it takes us being truthful. And being truthful is not being judgmental towards ourselves. It is not being down on ourselves. It's not beating ourselves up. We're all human. We all screw up. We all are on a journey. We're all in different places. Stop judging yourself. Don't judge others, right? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I see. I can see this pattern, whatever this is, right? I can see this pattern is at play in my life. And that's really causing me A, B, C, whatever it is, right? And it's like, okay, so I don't want that anymore. So how can I go about changing that? Right? Through non-judgment, right? It's not about judging yourself. It's not about beating yourself up. Okay, so you screwed up. Okay, so you made a mistake. Or, okay, you never knew that before. Now you do. Or, oh, okay, I just realized that things don't have to stay this way. I can do something different. Or the thought has occurred to me. I can do something different. So, and that's fine. There's no need to sit and beat ourselves up, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. So a few cards came up, but this one was out a little bit farther than the rest, and I was just going to slide it back in, but they're like, no, look at it. And it's condiments and garnishes of life, right? So, think of whatever is your favorite thing to eat, right? Now, if you take away all the different ingredients and you look at each of them separately and you want to eat just that all by itself, it's either not going to taste good or it's going to just not do it for you, right? And for whatever reason. But when we put our things together, right, things can be colorful, flavorful. They can be a bounty of nourishment, color, joy, happiness, fulfillment, right? It's you're wanting to create the condiments and garnishes of life. And with every single step you take, every single movement you take, it changes the ocean within yourself. It changes you. It changes your vibration. It changes your frequency. It changes the way we look and see ourselves, the world, others, etc. And yeah, there are patterns in place that would be best to be uninstalled and to have new installations of things that are balanced, aligned, healthy, things that will help and support you to get you where you want to go. Take time for the repairs you're working on to complete their processes. Take time for the repairs you're working on to complete their processes. And I could be wrong. I almost feel like it's a repeat of last week's reading. But I'm pretty sure I talked about things being a process. People want everything to be one and done. We live in such an instantaneous, and it's like, great, that's fine, that's wonderful. But not everything works that way. And, you know, we need to allow ourselves, our bodies, our minds, our emotions, our spiritual journey, our whatever. You need to allow the time for repairs to take place for what we're working on so it can complete its process. Whether it's repairs, a complete overhaul, a brand new, whatever, it doesn't matter. It still takes time. Even if something comes in that's brand new, right? Well, we buy a new device. We still have to figure out how to work it. We still have to know the ins and outs and know how to, and then we're just able to just do it and it just works, right? But it takes time to get to that place of efficiency, if you will. Wow. Yeah. So, yes, this truth and being truthful with yourself. Listen to this. How you speak about yourself, your life, your experiences plays an important role. So I would definitely be saying that check in with yourself. I mean, you know, get out that trusty pad of paper and a pen and just start writing things. You know, like, what is it you want to what is it you want to change, or you are changing, or you're going to change, you know, whatever. And okay, here's what gets in the way of that. Here is, you know, I don't know how, and how do I think about that? Like, how do I speak about that? How do I talk about myself in this context? How do I talk about my life in this context? How do I talk about, how do I think about, how do I feel about, because those all play a role in, again, the waves, the vibrations that you put out there, because they are a reflection of what we are inside. And again, it's not about judging ourselves. We need that truth through non-judgment and being aware of how we speak, think, talk, act, do, be, am, grow, whatever, in order to begin our journey to shift things, to have a direction, and be flexible to know that that direction may change. Okay, where are we going from here? Just a moment. I gotta grab a deck. All right, let's see which one. Yep. Okay. And we're doing these two. Okay. All right. We are doing 2 of Cheryl Richardson cards, her Grace cards, and her self-care cards, and we are doing a TLC for the soul cards. For those of you who are new, all decks are shuffled before I put them away. And I'm telling you that because I'm taking these out of the box. I didn't know that they were coming out, but I do shuffle all decks before I put them away when they've been used. And then, as you can see, I try to remember to always shuffle on camera. But just in case I forget, just so you know, they have been shuffled, usually multiple times. All right, so let's see. What do we have for the TLC for the soul? What would you like to add to that? What would you like for them to know? Oh, geez. Okay, thank you. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, okay. All right, so they showed me these. I'll show you these in a well, yeah, okay. I'll show you these in a second. They drew my attention to what they said, look at the bottom of the deck. So I looked, I saw this one. I was like, oh, wow, yeah. And then I pulled up and it's like, oh, yeah. Okay. So this one, and I'll show you the image in a second. It says your soul story. This is a beautiful card. These are actually like large boulders that create a path that goes across this whole body of water. And again, there's 2 mountains and there's like a valley in between. And again, there's that, it's a journey. It's a journey. Take time for the repairs you're working on to complete their process. It is a journey. But but it can be quite beautiful. And this is your soul's story, right? Your soul has a lot of different things that it comes here to do, to accomplish, to learn, to understand, to grow, to share, etc., to let go of, etc., right? It's your soul's story. And it's all important, and it's all a part of your journey. And the other one was laugh it out. And I mean, look at that beautiful field of sunflowers. Laughing, laughter, not denial, not pretending you don't know, but laughter is important. They say laughter is the best medicine. And again, it's learning to enjoy those garnishments and condiments and garnishments of life throughout your process. It's not that, well, I can't have that until I get all the way over here. No, you can sprinkle those garnishments and condiments and the laughter throughout your entire journey. And that does make the journey, I would say, more tolerable, but also more pleasant, but also more, I'm hearing, even keeled, right? It helps us bring balance in when we're going through all of these adjustments, right? Yeah, see, next we have the willingness to grow. How appropriate is that? And I don't know if this is a crane or a herring. I've looked that up so many times, and it's the neck positioning that can tell you if it's a crane or a herring, but I always forget. But yes, there's this willingness to grow, which you're here and you're hearing the message. So if you're still here and still listening to the message, then this must be for you. It's, again, a willingness to grow. It's your soul's story. It's a journey. It's a process. This is an amazing reading, actually. And then here we go again. Life's little luxuries, condiments and garnishes of life. Life's little luxuries. It's not about waiting until you reach the end. It's about allowing yourself to have those things of joy and of happiness while you're in your process. Napoleon is here, for those of you who know Napoleon. Nope, and here comes Lady. She's jealous. But darling, you're way too big to fit in my lap. You can't fit. All right, so now we're looking at the grace cards. Yes, darling. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're beautiful too. All right, so let's see. What else do we have here? Oh my gosh. So the card that stayed on the table was soul. It was soul. Practice good soul care. The quality of our outer life is always dependent on the quality of care we give our souls. How appropriate is that? Ask. Look at that. Fell right out. Ask. When we call upon the divine for guidance and support, we will receive a response. Spiritual signposts, I'm trying to find a place to put these. Spiritual signposts will be put in our path to guide us to our highest good. And again, here we were talking about those condiments and garnishes of life. Life's little luxuries. Laughing it out, right? Spiritual signposts will be put in your path to guide us to our highest good. Napoleon, I need my hand. I need my hand. Thank you. He literally will wrap his paws around your hand or your forearm and pull it close and just hold it, and he just gazes up at me and with so much love in his eyes. He's just such a little baby when he wants to be. Yes, Miss Lady, you know I'm talking about him. I'm sorry, you're beautiful and I love you. Yeah, you're my girl. All right, let's see, what else we have? Okay, that's telling. So for maybe some of us, there has been a fear, right? So again, we have this willingness to grow, yeah? And we have risk, right? Risk. Take a risk. You have the power within to move mountains. And here's the thing. We have mountains and water in this imagery. And in this one, we talked about the strength of a single wave has an effect on the whole ocean. And then here we're talking about you have the power to move mountains. Water can push entire, water has created entire rivers and trails and deep crevices and canyons on our planet. We can see evidence of the power of water to cut through rock, to cut through mountains, right? And water often to us, to people in the spiritual world, water is often related to emotion, right? Allowing ourselves to shift our emotions, because we can move mountains. It takes shifting your perspective. It takes being willing to grow. It takes being willing to be on a journey. But it's also about allowing yourself to be truthful and to feel what you need, what you want to feel, and understand it, identifying that and understanding it. No one's saying that you can't be angry about something, but are you going to let the anger rule your life, or are you going to let the anger control you to the point that you make bad decisions? Are you going to live in denial? But it doesn't matter what emotion or thought process that you're looking at or talking about. That's how it goes. Love. Choose love. Let your love become a powerful force for change. Letting your love become a powerful force for change. That's beautiful. Seeing a lot of purples here. A lot of purples. Different shades of purples. We've got it here, 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 and I don't know if you can really tell it when I showed you here, but there are shades of purple mixed in this one. So you may want to look up the energies of the color purple. And then we have wisdom. Let go of the need to control. Trust in the wisdom of a divine plan. And we're gonna have to cover that up. No, we don't want anybody to get upset over artwork. So yeah, there's let go of the need to control and trust in the wisdom of a divine plan. And, right here on the bottom of the deck, we have blessings. Count your blessings. A grateful heart attracts more joy, love, and prosperity. So there you go, guys. That's the reading that I have for you for today. And it seems like it's a continuation of last week's reading. If you haven't viewed that, you can go back and check that out, as well as all of the other readings we've done. Again, you guys, thank you so much for being here. In case I forgot to do this, for those who give me that thumbs up, thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate your loyalty in doing that for me, because it means a lot to me. It makes me happy when I see that. But it also helps the channel, and it helps us to grow, and it helps us to help others. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for being here. Bye.